Well, hello everyone. I'm just going through my stats here, so you can see that I stuck with the shotgun and the rocket launcher. I finally get to use my new shotgun, and there's my stats points. So with that, welcome to Let's Play Borderlands on the PC, and we're going to head over and do a shock crystal harvest. So rather than jumping straight into the cave, I figured I'd clean up the entrance here and try out my new shotgun. And I'm pretty pleased with it. Its accuracy is a little worse than the previous shotgun, but the amount of damage it's doing is far better. So overall I'm pleased with it, and I can see I'm going to have to wait until I'm pretty close to stuff before I attempt to use it. Its range is even worse than the previous shotgun. No harm though, and as you can see I cleaned that mess up pretty quick, so I go into the cave prepared this time to complete my shock crystal harvest. And it only takes me a couple of shots to realize I'm doing far better than I did last time I tried this. So we're going to be successful getting these shock crystals this time, I'm sure. As you can see though, I still managed to get a lot of damage, but I'm surviving and that's really all that counts, I guess. Now coming up here is some weirdness with my PC. I guess I probably have something scheduled to run because I suddenly get a lot of lag. And you'll see some weird cuts, like right there. Nothing got cut out of any importance, no fights or anything. Just some spots where I was returned to the desktop for some reason. And here again I start getting some strange lag, as you can see, and in a couple of seconds again I get returned to the desktop. So there's another weird cut, and I'm actually a little lost at this point, so I sped up the video until I get my bearings and get reorganized. And there we go. Now let's return to this fight. Got a really good alpha skag battle going here. Again, as typical for me, I come out close to death, but I survive. I really like when these things throw you backwards. It's to your detriment. I mean, you lose a lot of shields and health, but I love the effect of being kicked backwards about 100 feet. So you can see I got 3 alpha skags on me. Now the problem with alpha skags, of course, is they're heavily armored from the front, and it's to your benefit to try and punch them or shoot them from behind where they're less armored. And you'll actually see when I'm punching them at the side and more to the back, I'm getting 51 damage per hit. When they turn to face me, that drops to 11, so the difference is pretty significant. I'm letting my shields and health go lower than I probably should, but I am keeping an eye on them as I do this. So I guess I'm taking a measured risk. Of course, in this case, it's not that I've forgotten to use my melee skill, it's currently recharging, so I don't have a lot of choice. I'm not sure what happened here. I have to walk an awful long way to reach these shock crystals. They usually land right next to the pile. I don't know if they bounced off the wall or off my melee weapon. Who knows. Something else I've done in these videos, seem particularly important since I spend the whole time in a dark cave, is I've added a brightness filter and tried to up the brightness and gamma a little bit. Hopefully it's a little easier to see on YouTube. I don't know why they've never added a brightness or contrast filter on YouTube itself. And here you can see we're having another pretty good skag battle. I'm actually enjoying these a lot more, not being frustrated by having such a lousy shotgun, and I do kind of like riding the line of just about dying. So these battles have been a bit of a challenge and been enjoyable. And there I get kicked backwards a few hundred feet again, and I do like when that happens. Well, I wasn't almost overwhelmed by alpha skags that time around, but if I remember, there are a few more that I have to take care of. So I hear a roar, and obviously the fight's not over. A couple of adults. I don't see an alpha yet, but I know there's one around somewhere. And when I do eventually find him at the end of this battle, he gives me my level up, and that will be the end of this video. So, as always, I thank you for watching, I thank you for listening, and if you would like to leave a comment, a suggestion, or some infantile abuse, feel free to do so. I promise I'll read them all. And as a final note, I have already recorded the second part of this quest, and it will be posted very soon after this one.